hey, it's me, the Duke of Sir right here, back with a brand new COD mobile video. Hey guys, so as you guys probably saw from the video title, I did switch my device on playing COD Mobile from phone to an iPad, and this video is literally based on that. So you guys will get to see a little bit of an iPad unboxing as well as a bit of a review, and you will also get to see my own custom HUD layout as well as some short but spicy gameplay at the end as well. So do make sure to like and subscribe, enjoy the video, and let's get right into it. So this is it guys, here we have the brand new sealed iPad Pro 2020 second generation. And as you guys can see, this is the 11-inch version with 256 GB of storage, and this is also the color space gray, as you guys will see later on in this video. Now let's go ahead and open this baby up. Now let's go on and take this lid off. Okay, so that was a bit of a struggle, but we got it off eventually. And here we have the brand new iPad looking very nice and sleek. Let's take these covers off. Wow, honestly this actually looks really nice. Now it's very thin and feels very light on the hand as well. Now here we have the front portrait view. Now the landscape weave as well. Now moving on to the back, we are greeted with the Apple logo, and on the bottom it says iPad, and on top we have the same camera layout as the iPhone 11s with a 12 megapixel primary and a 10 megapixel ultra wide. Moving on to the rest of the box, we have the manuals, nobody cares about them, the 18-watt charging brick, and the USB Type-C cable. No headphones. Surprise! Let's go ahead and start this baby up. And as you can see, we are greeted with the Apple logo. Now let me quickly set up the iPad and let's continue with the rest of the video. The iPad Pro has the A12C Bionic chip, which makes it a powerhouse but also a very smooth running device. It's also backed up by that 6 GB of RAM, which makes this an amazing device overall. It also supports 120Hz display for smooth motions and transitions. The display is fairly bright with a maximum of a 600 nits brightness, and as you can see, it's very easy to multitask on this as well, making this probably the best device in the tablet region. Alright, so let's go on and start our main app, which is COD Mobile. Now the first thing I decided when I switched to an iPad was that I decided to play with 6 fingers. Now when I was playing on a phone, I only used 4, but now that I have the bigger screen, I am playing with 6. So with the 6 fingers, I obviously had to change my HUD layout. Now for those of you who don't know, the HUD layout is where all of my buttons, like my jump button and my shoot button, are located on the touch screen. Now let's go ahead and check it out. And now on screen we have the HUD layout that I have created. Obviously with the opacity turned to 100%, so it's easier for you guys to see. Now let's just quickly go through the important buttons. Now as you can see, I use my left thumb to move, my left index finger to shoot, and I use my left middle finger to jump. Now switching to the right hand, I use my right middle finger to scope in, index finger to move the camera, aim and control recoil, and finally I use my right thumb to crouch, prone and reload. Now obviously I turn the opacity down on every button like this so that the buttons aren't a distraction and I can see my enemies better. When you get used to your layout, you don't really need to see them to know where the buttons are exactly. It just comes to you naturally with practice. And for those of you who are wondering, I am only using Hipfire now that I have switched to the iPad, but if you're a phone player, I do recommend using ADS, especially if you're a thumbs player. Now on screen we have the phone layout that I used previously with 4 fingers, and here is a side-by-side comparison between the phone and the iPad layouts, and if you guys like them, feel free to copy them. So one other thing I did want to point out was the main differences between playing on phone and on iPad, and the main difference was without a doubt the gun recoil. The recoil on the iPad is so much harder to control, and relative to the iPad, it almost feels as if there is no recoil on the phone. But one main advantage on the iPad is that you have bigger targets and you can see your enemies better with the bigger screen. That's about all I wanted to cover. Enjoy the rest of the gameplay, and I'll see you at the end of the video.
Shock RC is ready. UAV is up. Reporting. Missile on standby. S1 Goliath is ready. Bottom, we're winning this one.
Contact with enemy. Exaggerated, that's what I got shot. I'm down. I am conflicted, watching where I step, still hanging in
Taking the lead.
the life I want to live.
Thank you guys so much for making it to the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to like and subscribe for more amazing COD Mobile content from the Duke. That's it for today. Jacob Styler signing out. Hope to see you in the next one. Bye!
Yeah!
Oh hey, it's me, Duke.